Hey everybody, Pixel here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Soul Silver. In the last episode, we defeated Falkner, the gym leader of Violet City. And in this episode, we're going to be heading off to Azalea Town. But, unfortunately, first, there are 10 new encounters on this route. We are on Route 32. So let's just talk about those. First off, we have Mareep. Mareep is a pure electric type. Which, on its own, is an excellent type. It only has one weakness, being ground. But look at Mareep's stats. They're pretty bad for an electric type. Most electric types are fast, special, or physical sweepers. But Mareep, Flaffy, and Ampharos are all very slow, bulky, tanks. They don't do much. Ampharos is okay, but, it has a passable special attack, it has passable defensive stats, but that speed, mixed with the fact that its move pool is very shallow, the best you'll get on a final moveset for it is Power Gem, Signal Beam, and Thunderbolt. It's just not something I would recommend. That being said, there aren't a lot of electric types that are going to be open to you in this game, so I guess if you want one, you can go with that. Or if you just want to spell Mareep backwards and say P-Ram, then go right ahead. Next up, we have Hoppip, the J-Witz's favorite. So Hoppip is interesting. It's a grass flying type, which already that's a huge weakness to ice. It's adding a weakness to rock. It has a weakness to fire. Neutral damage from electric types now, so Thunderbolt will probably be enough to knock it out in most instances. And it doesn't even have Prankster. Hoppip and its evolutions mostly use the powder attacks, like Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, to get off status conditions, and that's what they're there for. But it's kind of useless when it's outsped by so many things, even with that speed. It has a ginormous speed stat, and even with that, it's outsped by so many different Pokemon. But if you're looking for something that can get off powders, even if it's just for early off in the game, Hoppip is... you could do worse. Next up, we have Ekans. Also known as Wasted Potential. Ekans looks so cool. Look at it, it's just a snake, and its name is Snake backwards. And you'd think that that would be an excellent basis for a Pokemon, considering its evolved form is Cobra backwards with a K, but no. Its stats are all mediocre at best, with attack being its best, and it's not even really good at that. Doesn't get, a varied moveset at all. It will get Crunch and Poison Fang by the end of the game, and it's outsped by most Psychic types, most Ground types, and most anything that could get a one-shot on it. So, yeah. Arbok is Wasted Potential, and I really can't recommend Ekans or Arbok to anyone, even my worst enemy. Next up is the one everyone knows, and I actually want to find one, believe it or not, but we can't do that without it being nighttime, and I'm recording this at 6 o'clock. Nighttime in Pokemon games starts at 8. So what are we going to do? We're going to use emulation magic. Yeah, I just did that. I turned it into nighttime. So, let's see if we can find what I'm looking for first. No! Not Wasted Potential. I want Potential. Oh wait, yeah. put the Arbok Ekans bio back up. It gets Intimidate, so that's useful. Intimidate's cool, and Mareep gets Static. Here we go! Wooper! Wooper is by far my favorite Pokemon. Wooper and its evolved form Quagsire are my favorite Pokemon. And first off, look at that face. If you don't love this thing already, then you're a monster. But also, look at those stats. It's a mixed defensive wall. And to top it all off, it gets moves like Yawn, Amnesia, it gets Earthquake and Surf, which are both excellent for double battles. And overall, it's just an incredible Pokemon. Between the two abilities, you probably want Water Absorb, just because not many Pokemon are going to be using Explosion. So yeah. How am I going to go about weakening this? I'm going to use this no matter what ability I get, but Water Absorb is the better ability out of the two. Just because there are NPCs that are stupid enough to use Water-type moves against it, so... Okay, yeah. I think poisoning it was probably the right move. Also, you may notice that levels and Chikorita's nature are a bit off. It turns out I had to play through this entire game up to this point again because I lost my save file. That was the worst. But, in the end it all worked out, so whatever. I'm gonna throw a Pokeball, see if we can catch it at this high health, but I doubt it. Can we? Oh my god. Yeah! Cool. Gotcha. Wooper was caught. This is the first team member I've caught that we're actually gonna use. Because we weren't using Bellsprout, we just traded that for Onix. When it walks on the ground, it coats its body with a slimy, poisonous film. Ew. I'll be right back, I have to turn that fan off. I'm back, hello. So yeah, when it walks on the ground, it coats its body with a slimy, poisonous film. Kinda gross, but okay. Give a nickname to the caught Wooper. I'm gonna name this, because, you know what? I'm letting y'all name Chikorita, which I already have decided the name for it, out of the 5 suggested, because I'm a tiny YouTube channel. But I'm gonna name this Wooper after Lucagen's Wooper. Because... no, never mind. No. The entire point of me changing my channel name was to be original. So I'm gonna name it... Axol. Why not? It's based on an axolotl, as you saw in its bio. And for some reason it's called the water fish in the Pokedex, and that pisses me off to no end, because it's an axolotl. So I'm gonna let its nickname reflect that. So now we have Axol, Rocky, and Chikorita. And Egg. Can't forget Egg. So yeah, we're gonna have Axol follow us for a while because he needs to get caught up in levels. And... oh, he survived the poisoning, that's good. We're gonna heal him in the Pokemon Center, and I'll cut back to that route. And I mean it this time. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so we healed up Axol, we healed up Chikorita, we healed up Rocky, even though Chikorita and Axol are the only ones who are actually injured. So yeah, as you can see, Chikorita has a slightly better nature now, but it's still pretty bad considering it gets its special defense cut and it's a defensive tank. But, it's okay. That special attack up will help in the future, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what we got for... it has Damp. Damp it. At least it has a decent ability. Plus defense minus speed isn't horrible for a Wooper. So, no, I'll take it. I'll take it, even if it has Damp. Because its name is Axol and I'm already in love with it. Okay, let's get going. Wait up, what's the hurry? Why the rush? You have some good Pokemon there. Must be from the training you gave them around Violet City. The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of Grass-type moves. So he'll give you a Miracle Seed no matter what starter you chose for some reason. So we're obviously going to be giving this to Chikorita. You can give Pokemon items to hold, as you saw with Onix when we got it was holding a Persim Berry, which I have in the bag. We also have Roost and Flash, of course, from Violet City. So yeah. Don't think we can get to this guy yet, but he's up there taunting us. So, okay. Yeah, one step in the grass, we already have a wild encounter. And it's a Bellsprout. Just perfect, because we all know Axol can take those on. I'm not even going to cut this out. I'm going to make you guys watch me fight a Bellsprout. because... No, I'm cutting this out. Alright, anyway. Who's this kid? I haven't seen you around before, so you think you're pretty tough? I do think I'm pretty tough. I have Axol. Oh my god, guys, I already love Axol. He's already my favorite team member. I never want to get rid of him. I never want this Let's Play to end because I love Axol already. He's so cute. Okay, we're gonna do Water Gun, just see how much we can do. That's not actually bad. In Pokemon Crystal, which I'm playing through right now on my 3DS, Wooper can do almost nothing to anything on this route, and it's very unfortunate. That paired with the fact that for some reason Wooper only appears at night just makes this one of the biggest pains in Pokemon Crystal, because as you saw earlier, I'm recording during the day. I'm usually playing Pokemon during the day because at night I play Animal Crossing and other games on Steam like Starbound. So I'm never up at the right time to catch a Wooper, even though I love Wooper. So it's unfortunate that in the game it was introduced in, Wooper is kind of hard to find and even harder to like be up at the right time to catch. But it's alright, I guess. It's still cute. I think the cuteness makes it all worth it, plus the fact that it's a genuinely good Pokemon. You're strong! Thanks, I'm using a Pokemon with a base 40 attack, 45, whatever. I already forgot. I did that bio like 2 months ago, just to show you how bad my upload schedule has been. Oh look, there's Mareep! Speaking of the devil! I get it, because it's a goat sheep. I think it might have Tackle, so I want to heal up Wooper. I'm gonna fight wild Pokemon with Wooper, just so it gets experience, so... I'll cut this out too. Oh, well, there you go. There was Static. I forgot that in this generation, Static can actually be used to paralyze ground types. I think it can also paralyze electric types in Gen 4, so Static is a very helpful ability, which makes Mareep actually usable. Because Mareep can actually outspeed a few things when they've been paralyzed. I don't even... Oh, I have a Paralyze heal at least. But I have a feeling we're going to be using Onix a little bit, but... Okay, what do we got here? Another Wooper! Axol! Kill it! Actually, it might have Water Absorb, there's no point. Can't escape! But yeah, this is actually a good example of gender differences in Pokemon. As you can see, that female Wooper has only one branch on its little tree twig thing on the side of its head, while Axol, who is a male Wooper, has two. That's, I think, one of the first gender differences you can see in this game, but a lot of Pokemon have them starting in Gen 4, which this game is Gen 4. And previously, the only gender differences were Latios and Latias, and Nidoran and Nidoran, who are still, to this day for some reason, separate Pokemon in the Pokedex. As you can see there, Nidoran male. It says it's genderless because it has male in its name. It's stupid. This thing's level 9. Things are getting tougher already here for Axol. Yeah, he's not doing much damage at all. Let's see what Rocky can do, I guess. Rocky, kill it. Do it. Oh, double kick. I thought that was Nidoran female's thing, but I guess they can both get it. I just remember Cocaina using a Nidoran female in her Pokemon Yellow Let's Play. But she might have said it was because she prefers it over Nidoran male. I don't know. I know for sure she loved Safri though. Alright, level 12. Onix, you're getting a little bit crazy. Onix will stop obeying once it reaches level 21. This is disappointing. That's what I say when I lose too. Okay. don't have repels yet. Just want to remind you of that. Get a Great Ball. That's slightly better than a Pokeball, which of course means use them when you have them. Ah, Bullet Seed. That's a decent move that I don't want any of my Pokemon to learn. Bullet Seed is essentially like Grass-type Horn Attack, I think? Maybe not Horn Attack. Fury Attack, that's what I'm thinking of. Where it hits 2 to 5 times with a very low damage output, but if it hits all 5 times, then it gets to like 115 base power, and that's without counting critical hits. But it's very luck reliant, and I don't like it. I found some good Pokemon in the grass. I think they'll do it for me. Maybe, but probably not. He only has a Wooper, which is an excellent chance for me to show that Wooper is the second team member that's 4 times weak to grass. Because Chikorita here is going to absolutely destroy this Wooper with Razor Leaf. And if I get a critical hit, well, that's just overkill, Chikorita. Well, it's not a crit, at least. Okay. Everyone's getting 55 experience. Youngster Gordon. Shucks, I thought I could win. He said shucks. Okay. Who are you, sir? How would you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you right now, just $1 million. You'll want this. Sure. I thought kids these days were loaded. For some reason, he's like, you have to talk to him in Pokemon Crystal. Okay. There's a hidden item here in Crystal, too. Seems a little bit pointless to have this alcove if there's not going to be a hidden item, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to want to head inside this Pokemon Center. This is one of the only Pokemon Centers that's actually on a route in Johto. We saw a couple of them in Fire Red, but there aren't nearly as many in Johto, which is interesting. But anyway, we're going to want to talk to this guy here, right here. This area is great for fishing. Look at all those people fishing. Did you feel like you wanted to try fishing too? Would you like one of my rods? Say yes, you get the old rod. I'm not going to make a joke about an old guy giving you the old rod, because he's not old, he's just a fisherman. Let's see, you look suspicious. Bonjour, how are you? Are you picking apricorn? I am. Way to go, little apricorn collector. I feel so great, I want to give you this. Oh, lure balls. That's very convenient, considering we just got a old rod. Actually, this is made from apricorns. Consider those 2 as small gifts from me. Oh, he just gave us 2. A man called Kurt can make Pokeballs out of apricorns. Apricorns rule! Sure do. Well, maybe we'll meet Kurt someday, but for now, there are 2 new encounters on this route now that we have the old rod. Starting off, we have Magikarp. I don't think there's anything I can say about Magikarp that hasn't already been said. It's terrible. It only learns Splash and Tackle, but we all love it anyway. Why do we love it? Because it evolves into Gyarados. Gyarados is a monster. Look at those stats. It has good attack, good special defense, and decent everything else. Gyarados is a monster. It can destroy any team as long as it has, like, its hidden ability, which it doesn't have yet in this generation, but it doesn't even need it, because it gets moves like Ice Fang, Aqua Tail, Waterfall. It gets Bounce if you raise a Magikarp for long enough. Bite is its first move once it evolves. Once Magikarp evolves, I mean. So, Gyarados is excellent, but Magikarp takes forever to train, so I'd probably just advise you to wait. I'm not getting your phone number, dude. My own kids won't even give me your phone numbers. I guess that's just how young people are these days. That's unfortunate. But I'd recommend waiting until you can actually catch a Gyarados, because it's not worth waiting. Next, you can catch Tentacle. Tentacle is much more worthwhile to catch at this point than Magikarp. It has excellent special defense, even unevolved. Of course, you're seeing its evolved stats right now. And even then, it's okay at best right now. Tentacle is incredible. It can take special attacks like they're nothing. And it has decent speed, and it has good special attack. Excuse me. But you should really wait until you can, of course, catch Tentacle. Anything you can catch with the Old Rod at this point in the game is not worth it. Just because of the fact that they aren't good Pokemon yet. Because they don't learn their good moves until much later on in the levels. And the highest you can catch them right now is level 5, I think. So, yeah, I just hold off. Okay. This Poliwag is doing exactly what it did to me in Crystal earlier. It's just gonna spam Hypnosis until I give up in rage. But I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna wake up right now and I'm gonna Razor Leaf you. Never mind. It's already faster than Chikorita. There's no reason for it to use Bubble, because Bubble's only secondary effect is that it lowers speed, and it's doing 1 damage to me. Pretty sure Poliwag can get Double Slap. Although probably not at level 8, so Bubble's probably its only attack move. Anyway, Chikorita, please wake up. Don't do what my Quilava did earlier. Thank you. Okay, Razor Leaf. There you go. Jeez. Poliwag fainted. 132 experience points. And defeat a Fisherman Henry. Splash? Poliwag can't learn Splash. And how do I know he's talking about the move, you ask? Well, because in Pokemon Crystal he says Splash in all caps, which is how moves used to be said. Anyway, Fisherman Justin. Oh, this is the guy with Magikarps. Yup. In every Pokemon game, there's one guy who has way too many Magikarps for absolutely no reason, and this is the guy. So, yeah. I'm gonna speed this up by like 10 milliseconds. I would probably just cut out this battle, honestly, because this is just garbage. Yeah, 10 experience? Jeez, yeah, I'm cutting out this battle. Sploosh! Oh, the other guy said Splash. Anyway, I'm back. Chikorita grew to level 14 from that battle, and that's all the fishermen on the dock. So with that, pretty sure that's every trainer on this entire route. I know for sure there's one that I missed, because her dialogue was funny, but I think it doesn't really matter, because we aren't going to be getting much more experience on this route. And you know what, since it's a short dungeon, I think I'll go through the Union Cave. Shouldn't take that long. If it does, then long episode. That's unfortunate, but whatever. This guy is a bird keeper. You can battle him if you want. I'm gonna battle him. You know what? Yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the episode, because I don't want this to go on excessively long, and I want to be able to have this export in a timely manner, so I have this up on time. So, yeah, we're gonna finish up this battle, and then we're gonna wrap things up. Huh, you missed. Now take my rocks. I'm double your level, fool. You can't fight Rocky. Rocky is the best. And another Pidgey, who would have thought? Who would have thunk it, Birdkeeper Peter? Rock throw. And Spiro. His last Pokemon's Spiro. I don't think we've even seen one yet. And this random trainer in an area where you can't even find Spiro at this point in the game is gonna show his off. Ugh. You guys saw Spiro in the last game when I used it for like 2 battles and then traded it away for Farfetch'd, which was what I used for the rest of the game. Anyway, with that, we've completed Route 32, and in the next episode of Pokemon Soul Silver, We're gonna be heading into the Union Cave. It's a cave! Zubat! I'm gonna run the same gag with the thumbnail as I did in Fire Red. See you guys then.